So it's a lovely day. It's about 85 degrees. It's very, very hot out. We had a really bad storm. So I'm at the studio because the studio has power, but some of the other places don't. I didn't have power for a while. I went out teaching. So I'm here for a while. So I thought I would do some stuff and talk about some things. Um, I think a bunch of the students I have that are teenager age or even adult age, for sure, beginners and even guys who've been playing for a real long time, always get hung up about songwriting, and they trap themselves into these weird, like, pretzels of never finishing anything really, or always being afraid of getting criticized by people or trashed by other people or whatever. So I just wanted to talk about it and kind of share some of my experience teaching, my experience writing and recording. I have a ton of stuff all over the place on that. Um, so what I always tell people is you have to have almost like two personalities if you're going to do this and not be too hung up about it. You have to have a Jekyll and Hyde, or maybe even just like a total anarchist versus an accountant in your head. And everybody's workflow and how they're going to get things done are different, but how they slow down is usually the same. They either stop working because they're afraid, or they don't know how to finish it, or life gets in the way, or whatever. You have to be willing to throw everything at the wall and have that be fine. And that does take some balls, some courage, whatever. You're not, we're not talking about like war hero or being a cop or something like that, but it does take courage to expose yourself. So you just should do it. It doesn't, ultimately, the people that are going to be talking trash are just haters. It doesn't matter, So you should just do whatever you're doing. If you're writing, just throw it out there, put it on paper, however you do it. Use your phone, record stuff, whatever. Just do it. And then later on, when the process is finished to an extent, then you can bring in this other guy who's like the weirdo accountant who's got his clipbook and his spreadsheet and all that other crap, and he can edit it down. He can take the thing and make it a song or whatever you want it to be. He can produce it and hone it, and then finish it further. And after that fact, after you do that, it's going to be diminishing returns after maybe two or three renditions of that process, where they keep trading places. You hand it over to the crazy dude who can do anything. You give it back to the accountant who tries to make sense of it, and you hand it off back and forth. And yeah, two or three renditions, and then you're done. Call it a day. The song's done. Put it in a filing cabinet, or put it on a file on your computer, or whatever you're going to do, and then it's done. And then you have a song that's finished. And you do that lots and lots and lots of times, like hundreds of times. You fill filing cabinets with songs. And then you can talk about songs. You can talk about how bad your songs are, or how good they are, or what's good about this one versus what's bad about this one. But until that day comes, you're not a bad songwriter. You're not a good songwriter. You're not any kind of songwriter. You're just a guy or a girl or whatever who is farting around trying to get it done. But you didn't get it done yet. So get it done. That's all you got to do. And all the other stuff, music theory, what is a song, what is a genre, what is this, what is that, none of that means anything. That's other people trying to classify something that someone else did. Okay, that's where music theory comes from. That's why music professors aren't great songwriters. They're music professors because they want to talk about music. It's not the same thing. There are big chasms, and most of the chasm is time, putting time into it, and however you need to trick yourself in order to do that, because it sucks and everybody hates doing what they're supposed to do, But if that's what you want to do, then that's what you have to do. You have to put in the time. You have to be consistent, and the more consistent that you are, the stronger your voice becomes. It's just that simple. So that's my experience. That's typically what I tell most of the people that I talk to, little kids, adults, people that I give lessons to. It's weird because even people who are like very successful people that I've taught, like rich people. I'm not rich, but very rich people, people who've got big ass houses, multiple cars, the whole thing. They have the same problem where they're playing, they have the best stuff money can buy, the best instruments, the best room, amps, whatever. Same problem. I don't know how to finish this. I feel like people will clown on me. I don't know what to do with it, blah, 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 blah. And you just have to have the confidence to say, this is what it's supposed to be and it's done. If the part that you wrote has 7 repeats instead of 8, if it's in 13, 16, I don't care. If you can make sense of it and it sounds good to you, that's it. Let everybody else, all those other people, it don't mean nothing. You're just doing it for you. That's it. If other people are interested, that's great. If they're not, they're not. You don't need it. You don't need to know. You don't care. You just want to complete the thing because you want to write songs. Getting validation, not a part of that process of writing songs. That's after the fact. It's after the songs are written. And you might not ever get any validation. That's the thing that sucks about it, is that you could do it forever and no one might care. But that's part of it. You're not doing it for them anyway. You do it for yourself. Finish stuff for yourself. So that's my advice. That's it.